What's up guys, it's Asante back with another video. I'm doing a get ready with me today. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. But before you do that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, seriously. I'll be judging you if you don't subscribe. I'm joking. I already primed my skin. I used the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And then I moisturized with my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream and my Creamy Eye Treatment. I talked about these three products in my favorites video. Those are the things that I normally prime with. I used to prime with mattifying primers and smoothing primers, but I don't do that as much as I used to. So the first thing that I normally do is my brows first. So I'm going to take my spoolie and just brush my brows into place. My brows are a lot easier to do after I've got them threaded because my brow hairs curl for some reason. So when I get my brow hairs threaded, they like make them straighter and they're easier to do that way. And I like to fill in my brows with brow gel versus a pencil. And I am using the Fluidline Brow Gel Cream by MAC, and this is in Deep Dark Brunette. And I am using I believe this is a Sephora brow brush. When my brows are done, I don't have to work as hard to fill them in versus when they're not done. I feel like when they're not done, I have to do so much extra stuff to them with concealer and all of that, but when they're done, I just really just fill in sparse areas and I pretty much leave them how they are. Eventually I want to try the Anastasia dip brow. I don't know why I've never tried it. I've tried the Brow Wiz and I have her brow gel, but I've never tried the dip brow. I don't know. I feel like people say it's always like harder to work with, but I don't feel like it's that much harder to work with than this Fluidline by MAC. The dip brow might be just a little bit stiffer. I think it's a bit more waxy. I think that's what I heard. So that could be why people say it's a bit more difficult to work with, but I do want to try it eventually. I'm not into the super perfect like Instagram brow look anymore. I used to be really into that with all the concealer and all of that, but that's just so time consuming. I don't even bother doing that anymore. On to foundation, and I wasn't sure what foundation I was going to use for this video, but I think I'm going to use the Nars Sheer Glow, and I am in the color Benares, or Benares, however you pronounce it. It's dark 3 for reference. I'm just gonna take my Sephora concealer brush, and I'm gonna take the brush and just dot the Nars Sheer Glow all over my face. I typically work from the outside of my face and blend to the inside. I know some people work from the inside and blend outward, but I don't do that. I feel like I do it backwards. But I like to concentrate product where I have dark marks and hyperpigmentation and all of that. I don't have that in the middle of my face. I have it more on the outer portion of my face. So that's why I like to concentrate my product on the outer portion where my problem areas are, and then just kind of blend out the rest of the product on the face. I don't like to use a lot of foundation just because I like a more natural, lighter type of foundation look, almost your skin but better. So I don't typically load my face with 50 million drops of foundation just because I like to even out my skin tone and, you know, cover things that need to be covered. And everything else can be sheared out to look a bit more natural. So where I think I need a little bit more coverage, I'll just go back with what's left over from my concealer brush and just dot that where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. And once I'm done blending, I'm going to move on to liquid highlighter. I don't think I'm going to conceal under my eyes just because I don't have a kind of lighter coverage concealer. I have the Nars Creamy Radiant, which as we all know is a heavy duty concealer. It's very full coverage, and I have the Fenty, the matchsticks, and That isn't quite as heavy duty, but it's a very matte concealer, and I'm not looking to be super matte under my eyes, especially because I'm going to powder. So I'm probably going to skip concealer for this makeup tutorial. I'll probably use it in another one, but for this one I'm going to skip it just because I'm going for a bit of a lighter type of look today. I feel like I've been blending my foundation for like 30 minutes. But I'm finished now. I'm going to take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Topaz, and this is the liquid one. It's so beat up, it's so old. I've had this thing forever now. And I'm just going to focus that on the high points of my face. I'm going to put some on my nose, and I'm going to put some, I keep this back. I really love a liquid highlighter for my more light makeup days because it just adds a really nice kind of subtle sheen to your face without you looking too much. I feel like powder highlights can look too much very quickly. So I like a liquid highlighter because it gives you that like nice kind of dewy wet look that everybody's been into lately. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a brown shadow from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture. This is the World Traveler palette. This palette is super old. But I'm going to use Fudge, and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. Just to give my lid like a little slight wash of color, nothing too crazy. And I really love Fudge from Anastasia Beverly Hills because it's just a nice deep chocolate brown. It's not really red, it's just, it kind of reminds me of MAC Swiss chocolate, I want to say. It's a very true brown shadow. It's not red. It doesn't have a red base to it. It doesn't have a red undertone to it. It's just a nice chocolatey brown. I'm also going to take that and I'm going to drag it along my lower lash line as well. And I don't prime my lids just because all the lid primers that I've ever tried, they kind of leave my lids really, really dry. So I don't prime my lids anymore. I just go in with my product. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Kat Von D Tattoo Liquid Liner, and this is a felt tip liner. I live for a good felt tip liner. Tip liners are so much more simple to work with. I'm just going to use a felt tip liner for this video. I like to press my liner on my lid. I don't like to drag it out, just because I feel like that can get a bit messy and it's easier for you to mess up when you're dragging your liner as opposed to just pressing it onto your skin. So that's what I'm going to do today. Next thing I'm going to do is apply mascara, and I love applying two mascaras. So today I'm going to use the Colossal Big Shot by Maybelline, and I'm also going to use the MAC Hot and Naughty Lash. I like to use two mascaras for different purposes. Some mascaras provide volume, some lengthen, and these two mascaras provide volume and they lengthen, so that's why I'm using two as opposed to just one. I used to be big into falsies. Like I used to always buy falsies, always wear falsies, and recently, I don't remember the last time I bought a pair of falsies or even bothered to put falsies on. I've just been really into my natural lashes and just buying mascara that, you know, helps build up my natural lashes versus wearing falsies, just because some falsies, the band is really heavy and the glue is irritating, and I just can't be bothered to wait for glue to dry and do all that when I can just put mascara on. I've gotten so lazy with makeup, it's really sad. I used to love a good like beat face like every single day, and now I think I'm just more into the natural your skin but better look. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, beating your face every day. Like I completely respect people who do that because it's so time consuming. I just am at this age where I just can't be bothered with it anymore. So I've got like all this makeup sitting in my collection that I don't use, and I do need to use it because that's money that I have wasted because I don't even put that much makeup on anymore. Your skin but better. I really want to try Glossier, but a part of me feels like it's really gimmicky, and then the other part of me is like secretly here for it. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna do a whole video of first impressions from Glossier. The only thing I'm nervous about is their complexion products because they just seem a little iffy in the complexion department, and I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna have to end up buying 2 like skin tints as opposed to 1, because I feel like 1 is just not gonna be my color and I'm gonna have to mix. And I don't necessarily mind mixing foundations, like I'm not like that bougie with mixing, but it's inconvenient when you have to buy 2 foundations as opposed to 1. I feel like I've been doing mascara for the longest time. I think I'm done now. My bottom lashes, they don't look as good as I would want them to. So for powder, I am using a pressed powder. It's the MAC Pro-longwear pressed powder, and I'm in the shade Dark Deep. I have Laura Mercier, but I'm not using that because I just can't with that powder anymore. I just feel like it's just not performing how I want it to perform. So I just don't use that powder anymore. It's just not for me. I feel like it just gets so dry under the eye, and I hate looking super dry under my eye because I feel like it ages you. So I don't know, I just can't with that powder. I want to go and get the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish because this Pro-longwear pressed powder isn't bad. It's not. It doesn't get cakey on me or anything like that. So when I like have to reapply, it looks just fine. But I do want to get the Mineralized Skin Finish. I feel like my mom's gonna watch this video. I don't know how I jumped from Laura Mercier to my mom, but I feel like my mom is gonna watch this video and be like, oh my god, Asante, you put on so much makeup. But she always says that. Oh my god, it's so annoying because my mom doesn't even wear makeup. So like she would always like complain that I was like wearing too much makeup. And I think when I started wearing makeup, I did wear too much. But now I've worked it out to where I know how much is too much, and I know how to shear my products down and all of that. So, you know, I know what I'm doing, Mom, okay? She doesn't get me. She doesn't get me, but you guys get me though, right? Yeah. So, yeah, but I definitely don't have a lot of makeup on, but my mom thinks foundation is a lot of makeup, but concealer isn't, and powder isn't, and highlighter isn't. But foundation is a lot of makeup for my mom. The next thing I'm going to do is apply my lip color, and this is MAC Viva Glam III, and it's like a muted pinky brownie mauve color. But what I like to do with this is just I like to tap it on the bottom lip, then I go on with my finger and I just kind of diffuse the product out so it's like a nice wash of color on my lips. Okay, so this completes the makeup look. Now we're gonna move on to outfit. You made it to the end of this video. Bless you. I hope it's not a long one. I feel like it's going to be. I hope it didn't ramble too much in the Get Ready With Me. It was my first one. I was super excited to film. So I think that's all. I will have everything that I use listed down in the description box below, and my shade for reference and all of that jazz. Before I head out, before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and comment under this video if you like what you saw. It would really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. But as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.